Welcome into another episode of Team Talk here on CTV. I'm Tom Brenner, your host for this episode, which features St. Clair Boys Soccer. We are joined by two coaches, two athletes. Should be a great conversation about soccer and the state of the program. So we've got Chase Jones, who's a junior right now at St. Clair High. We've got Evan Hart, who's a senior at St. Clair High. Coach John Jones, and the head coach,
Yes.
Jessica Jones, with St. Clair Boys Soccer. So I'm going to start with the coaches, just to get things going here. Coach, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe outside of soccer, more like your personal life.
Okay. I'm not a graduate from St. Clair. I graduated from Elginak. I went to SC4 and then transferred to Saginaw Valley. Outside of that, I have 3 kids. I'm a gym teacher at Gearing Elementary and Pine River Elementary. I think my love of soccer came from watching my kids play soccer. You tend to love the things your kids love, and that's kind of how that all started.
Okay. John, I know you are a St. Clair grad, and you played soccer for St. Clair, correct?
Yeah, correct. I graduated from St. Clair High School, and I also played soccer. That was a long time ago. Back then, if you would have asked me if I ever thought I'd be in this position coaching, I never really would have considered that. But much like Jess said, our son Chase here took a real liking to soccer when he was little, and really enjoyed it. And so that really kind of pulled us into the coaching aspect and being a part of it.
So you said you could never picture yourself being the coach at St. Clair. So how did you both end up becoming the coaches at St. Clair? What went into that process?
Well, having an opportunity to watch our kids grow and play soccer over the years, like I said, it really created a passion for it and wanting to make sure not just our kids, but a lot of other kids in this area had the opportunity to play soccer. We got involved early on in some local rec programs for coaching and, having opportunities out here for kids to play through AYSO, coaching through that, and also seeing our kids involved in a couple other programs for soccer. Really taught us a lot about the game, the coaching side of things. But, for us, it was just about making sure that, Chase, as well as other kids in this area, had an opportunity to play soccer.
There you go. Sometimes it's out of necessity, right? They need coaches, and
It was a week before the season, I think, was going to officially start, and
That's
there
what I thought,
wasn't
yeah.
a coach, and so we applied.
it seems like it's working out pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know that all of those situations always turn out probably as well as this one has here. You never know who's going to just step in. Okay, sure, I'll do it. But
Right.
it seems like it's gone pretty well. Evan, we are going to start with you because you're a senior at St. Clair High School. So we're talking fall, by the way, for anyone watching. So it is spring has sprung, but we're talking fall sports here. So when did you start playing soccer?
I probably started around 7 or 8. I initially was playing mostly travel hockey and soccer on the side. And then my brother had always been playing soccer, and I look up to him. And then I really took on soccer, and I've been playing ever since, and want to be as good as he is.
Chase, when did you start?
I probably started when I was like 5 or 6, I don't know, maybe 11 years ago. And I wasn't really doing any other sports like Evan. I did a little bit of cross country, and that's kind of about it.
Do you agree? It looked like you maybe did he start earlier or later?
Yeah, started pretty young, at probably 5 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. For those
maybe
of you,
maybe 4. I don't know. These years go fast.
Gotcha. For those of you who have not connected the dots, mom and dad to Chase, just to make sure that people can connect the dots there. When did you realize, I want to play pretty competitive levels of soccer?
I feel like when I was just playing in the rec league, and I was playing up 2 years, I was playing with my brother and his friends, and I thought I could take it up a level, so then I started doing club. And then I would come to the high school games in middle school and ball boy and just get involved.
Chase, what about you?
I just kind of want to start playing competitively because I was really passionate about the sport, and I want to play it as much as possible. And that's kind of about it.
Coach, you teach elementary level PE.
Yes.
And soccer, I would assume, is still a pretty big thing that happens in those classes.
Yes.
When do you kind of see where kids realize, I want to keep playing this competitively and not just kind of tinkering with it?
Well, I think with having like Messi, I know that probably sounds weird, but
Yeah.
Messi has really made a lot of kids and Ronaldo connect to soccer, and they see these really great players out there and athletes, and they want to be like them. And so even at like in kindergarten, kids will, they do the suey and they want to be just like him. So it starts early.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is kind of along the lines of someone who may not even watch soccer.
Right.
Like Messi transcends the sport to where like my kids, I don't know how much soccer they really watch, maybe some YouTube highlights, but they know who Messi is.
Right.
And they know which kids at school are wearing the Messi jersey.
Yes.
And all that good stuff. So yeah, that's a great point. So let's talk fall soccer. You guys were in the Max Silver in the fall, co-champions there. Take me through, maybe both of you or either one of you, how the fall went for you guys.
It was a great season. We have a lot to be proud of looking back on it. This would be our third year coaching, and the first 2 seasons were rebuild. We didn't have a lot of older athletes on the team, and this year we were blessed to have, a larger group of seniors and juniors to help, and it really just played out on the field really well.
Yeah, I'd throw in there, it was definitely a successful year for a number of reasons. I mean, we saw the largest growth from year to year in the program. The size of our freshman class was the largest class we've ever had come out in any of the years we've been here. And so that was a surprise just to see how many kids ended up coming out and playing and participating, many of which had never played soccer before. And so for us, that was exciting when you start to see, you always get excited about the kids that play soccer are going to come out and do soccer, but to see so much interest for kids that maybe first-time players, that was really exciting for us. But also on top of that, I mean, I look at our senior class, Evan, Reeve, Mason, Devin, Ashton, guys that have been with us from the start. They're sophomore years when we came in who, have been through it the last couple years with us that, have been struggles, and to see a year like this where, a real high goal differential, a lot of wins, winning the MAC, a successful year like this, that meant the world for us just to have them have that opportunity to kind of experience, success and winning, before they leave the program, and to know that, they stuck with it and were a part of the program and stayed with it even in those difficult times, where we're, just getting started and everything. That, that was really exciting, and, it just meant a lot to us to have them have that opportunity. And then even when you're just looking at the games, a lot of the games we played this year, a lot of, the league deciding games and some of the games against some, teams in divisions above us were really close games. I mean, we won quite a few games, 1-0. We lost some tough games, 1-0. And when it comes to soccer, that is a good soccer game. And even those losses, even if they're, 1-goal loss, it was still a great environment, a great atmosphere, a great game. And so, to kind of see us, come and compete with some really tough teams and have close games, whether we win or lose, it was made for a great season.
Yeah, that's a perfect way for me to get into my next question for you, which is like there's probably times when you hear coaches say like we had a couple years of rebuilding. What did this year mean to you, knowing that you were able to see success in your senior season?
It meant a lot. I mean, coming from seasons where there are a lot more losses than wins, and always struggling and having to pick others up and keep moving on, it meant a lot to be able to win important games, like probably my favorite one being against Marysville and Districts.
Chase, what about you?
For me, I don't know. It just felt really good to win for once. I think my freshman year we had like 3 or 4 wins. Sophomore maybe 5 or 6, and then this year we had like 12 maybe. Felt good to win, and yeah, I just think the rebuild was really good, and yeah.
Okay, so you guys have mentioned that the program grew a little bit. Take me through, I thought I heard some rumors of a JV team potentially happening. I guess take me through where the program stands as far as a JV team or what's next, I guess.
So we did end up with a JV team this year.
Okay.
We got it started a little bit later than we would have liked. So they didn't get as many opportunities to play JV games, but we did get a few for them. And this year we are on track to have a JV program again, which is, I think, maybe the first time in the boys' history of the program. I don't know that they've had a JV team before.
If so, it's been a while. So, I mean, this another exciting piece for us was having so many kids come out. We were able to get a JV program together. At the time it had formed this year, or that we, end up hitting that number to have enough. It was a little bit tough to get games scheduled because it was a little bit later in the summer.
Yeah.
We're going into this next season planning on a JV, planning on a varsity, and being able to have full schedules for both going into the next season. And, in terms of having that opportunity, I do put a lot of the credit for that, on our players here, in particular our upperclassmen, Evan, Chase, Reeve, some of our captains. Both were captains, as well as Reeve, who was a captain, just in encouraging, and bringing excitement to the game, and some of their teammates as well that have really gone out and really encouraged and sent a good message to a lot of kids, getting them interested in coming out and playing.
Yeah, I imagine the last time that there was one, if there was one, was probably when we were a much bigger school. At one point we were like an 1,100 kids school, I think, with my senior year. Now we're at 740 or something around there. So I don't think people will realize there's only so many kids.
Right.
And a lot of fall sports, and most St. Clair teams are pretty successful. So it is tough to get there. So that's a really good sign to be able to have a JV pro team, which gives kids opportunities, which is absolutely huge. Evan, what do you think you'll want to do post soccer? What's your plans?
Go to college and get a bachelor's degree at Oakland University, most likely in business or finance, and play soccer there.
Okay, that's outstanding. Chase, what do you have any goals for fall?
Win. That's a big one for us. Maybe get another MAC championship and make a good run in districts. And yeah.
There you go. Coaches, what are your goals, maybe short term and long term?
I think keep building, keep setting the bar for ourselves to win, but also encourage them to be good people on and off the field. That's important to us, which probably sounds corny, but is true to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, short term, continue to give our players opportunities to develop their skills. We got some, open soccer opportunities on Sundays going on right now. We're going to always have a lot of summer opportunities for conditioning and extra additional work. And, the main thing short term is just getting our kids, touches on the ball. That's the one thing that everyone benefits from, is just getting touches on the ball. Some other short-term goals for us and with the program is continue to build interest and excitement around soccer. Couldn't be more proud of the way our players interacted with some of our younger kids in the area in terms of a soccer camp we had, trying to teach some of our younger kids the game, develop some skills at a young age and build some excitement. And for me, what really stood out was we had a large group of our kids that attended the soccer camp come to one of our away games or games in Marysville, and they showed up in force cheering them on, and you could just see that they were loving it. It was exciting, and they really enjoy interacting with the team, the upperclassmen, the older kids, and so continue to build some opportunities that way to get some more kids in the area, some younger kids interested in soccer. Long-term goals, I think just building on last year's season. I mean, we had a winning season. We won the MAC. We want to come back and continue to compete and win, another MAC title. But, last year, I think Evan mentioned we, our district game against Marysville, we beat Marysville, which was also, for our coaching, years here, that was our first district win. We played a real tough team, and later on in the district, in the next round in the district. So our goal is to get back to, winning and progress further in districts next year.
Yeah, winning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I think you maybe have mentioned it. Was Marysville your favorite moment?
Yeah, that game was really important to me. We lost the first one, we were ahead, and then they came back. And I really wish we could have won the trophy, but we didn't, but we got them the second time.
Yeah. Chase, your favorite moment of the season?
Yeah, my favorite moment would probably be the Marysville game. That was also a really important game to me. I know a couple players on their team, and it felt good to beat them for once. That was my first time ever beating them. And it was yeah.
All right, and then last but not least, if someone out there is trying to get involved in St. Clair boys soccer, what can they do and how can they get a hold of you guys?
We have a Remind account that they can contact us with. The high school has our information. We have pickup soccer on Sundays at the middle school. AYSO has a spring season starting, which would be a great way to get involved. What else?
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
yes, thank you.
We have a Facebook account, but I mean, everyone's always welcome to reach out either by phone number or email, and I'm thinking we can maybe post that or include that in the segment. Contacting anyone at the high school, they can get you in contact with us. And absolutely, we live in town here, so if you see us, we're usually out and about in a lot of school function and activities. If you see us, don't hesitate to come up and talk to us and tell us, and we'll get you, send you in the right direction.
Yeah, and it seemed the program's heading in the right direction, doing some really good things, and a lot to be proud of. Anything we missed with St. Clair Boys Soccer?
I don't think so.
No, but yeah, other than, if anyone is interested in joining the program, do not hesitate. Come on out. We'd love for you to come out and be a part of it. So.
Yeah, great job. Best wishes to you in college.
Thank you.
Good luck with your senior season. Good luck with the program going forward, and we thank you guys for joining. Did a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks for
All
having
right,
us.
that's another episode of Team Talk here on CTV. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.